Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from the lower bracket round 1 matchup in the world's play-in stage between Movistar and GAM Esports. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
Elimination match. Remember, you lose this best of 3, your season is done. That is it, full stop, end of sentence. So you have to leave everything on the Rift. If you're gonna go out in a blaze of glory. And now Levi, he might be in a bit of trouble here. He gets CC'd down and he's gonna have to use a little bit of a dash. They got the damage, the night ticking, not quite able to get him. But now he's at the start with the decoy and he lost his flash.
Yeah, that's a disaster for Levi. He's Odie now. Either mid, or might even spot out Levi on this.
I don't think he wants to spot out Levi. He wants to go for that mid lane, maybe get that flash out of him. So yeah, it's going to go straight in. Going to look to try and maybe land the chains. Knock up is good. They're getting the damage down. There's a good red buff there as well. Flash forward, another flash. The red buff is ticking. Miriu does pick up that kill. Will level up to keep him safe and healthy. And that could be huge against Levi, who's trying to turn this one around. The knockup is decent. No flash. Looking to try and decoy it out, but he just can't. And everybody gets a level up to keep them alive. R7 2-0.
That was disgusting. Is the Rel's Q called Stretching Strike?
No, it's not. I'm completely
okay,
wrong.
I was like, that sounds like a Flex Armstrong move.
And you know what? You're right, it is, because it's actually...
Oh, there we go.
We're going to see them try and jump in now. There's still going to be the crash down, trying to get a bit of CC. Nice cleanse there from Slater. Means he's able to get the auto attacks down and picks up something back for GAM in that bot side.
Yeah, I mean, nicely done by GAM. Very spot. They follow Pallet now in the mid lane, though, trying to see what he can pick up here.
We can maybe go for a bit of a quickness here. The unleashed power is good, and he doesn't even need his support. Kati knows the numbers, and they look good.
Yeah, even with the 2 kills going across early, you can still see how difficult this matchup is. Kati just continuously able to put the hurt down and get the damage there. Really good stuff from GAM. And again, we were kind of saying, hey, look, R7, great start. You're getting the 2 kills in mid, you're getting control over bot side, but it's now starting to fall apart.
Oh, there's Levi as well on the top side. Pong going to try his absolute best, but he knows he's dead to rights. Does not use his flash, but does.
Are in mid lane, so it looks like the rotation is just like screw top. We're going to try and take mid tower instead, which honestly could work out pretty well. But Levi now here.
Oh, Levi does pop down the Cyclone to make sure he's able to try and get away from this one here. They're tanking this turret very much, way too long, and it's just all kind of falling apart right now. They're going to lose 2. They may even lose more as Kiaya TP down on top of that ward. Not quite able to get much else. He does go all out. Bomb, try to see if he can just maybe snip him down. Gets knocked back for his efforts. Flashes away. The Ignite, oh excuse me, the Smite. And now the Ignite, the Magnet Storm comes in. They're going to try and take down the Kiaya. They finally do. But that wave is huge, and Seo and Lions, they have to leave.
They got to get the hell out of here. Seo, you have flash, but I don't know if you want to burn it on this play.
They have much bigger health bars than you, and there's a lot more of them. You need to back away from that play. And what started off so brightly for R7, that was 4v5 because Slater's just PvE.
I mean, it was an absolute mess across the board from R7. Target selection was completely off. Control of the map and the tempo advantage, that becomes hard to do when it's not front to back.
They're coming in from all sides, but maybe we're not the ones getting collapsed upon. Maybe you are. There's the Cataclysm coming down. They haven't killed off the turret just yet. Now they have a flash away by Audi. As you can see, Miru finally coming in, steals away the quickness, trying to jump in here on top of the tanks. You got Levi going down first. There's a good needlework here. Good scat of the week, though. Gings them all right back into the hands of the Zaya, and now they can turn into this fight. R7 thought they had an opportunity, but GAM say no as they take themselves a 3-for-1.
It was a little bit messy from GAM, but they still come out on top thanks to that gold lead, and now you're starting to move in towards this tier 2. Odie and Seo, I don't think you...
And it feels like you're going to need either a miracle team fight or a straight up a mistake from GAM for R7 to come back into this. And now Bong's being caught out.
But what can he do?
Oh, what can he do? Because he is getting bursted down and deleted from the map. He even tried to use the ultimate there to try and heal up something with the Riftmaker. It's just not going to happen.
I mean, the Morellonomicon's already come in for GAM. Slater not having the best performances against Runes, now looking significantly more confident. Kati here as well. This Syndra performance has been wonderful.
Kati going to jump in straight and try and find Miru, but misses the scatter of the week. That's pretty big, and he's going to get a fair bit of damage struck on top of him. The Kaiser goes straight in onto the backside. They're trying to burn down this Syndra, and they will. Cataclysm goes down onto Slater, who has to let the feathers fly. Tries to get away from this entire 3-man unit, and it's all a little bit separated. This is good for R7. They're not letting them fight in a 5v5. Now Bomb flashes back over. Pallet tries to go in, but Slater takes down the Gwen. Now in a 4v4, you got double pink wards in there to stop Levi from getting caught out. Audi does have a flag and drag should he need it. They go forward. They're going to try and burst down the Cassante, and they will. 3v4. Crash down comes in. Levi jumps back over the wall. It's all the movement you can possibly want. Slater sees so many low health bars, and he wants to kill them all, wants to be a part of his namesake. And at the end of it all, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of R7, but Dragon's still alive.
GAM needed to not re-engage, or Steven stands for round 7. Their comfort is, but now we might get a round 8s. Slater still here with Levi, trying to see if they can take the Dragon. GAM still hovering around.
GAM going to go for the Dragon, and everyone else just resets from R7. I mean, look, they want to turn and burn for the big purple worm, and they want to try and make this fight the last one. There is a ward, though, in the back of the pit that's going to spot this one out, but I think it might be a little bit too late. Audi finally here, does get scattered the weak, though. Pallet trying to see if he can look for a bit of a flank. They're turning and burning onto the Cassante, and now they're going to try and burn down the odd one. Audi, excuse me, to come back in now and try and start this fight. Bong has nothing. He's got no real flank potential. Levi just jumps back on top of his face, and it's a double kill here for the side of Slater. GAM are just pulling R7 apart, back into the fight. Triple kill for Slater, and GAM put their foot down in this fight and say, no, you are not coming back. Looking exceptionally powerful right now, looking comfortable, pushing forward. They will get an objective out outside the first tower for R7. But I mean, it could be too little too late, because they're looking at their base being taken down as Miru throws away a Everfrost a little bit too far away. There's going to be Pallet taking a fair chunk of damage as he tries to go in with the quickness. They still have the Flash Magnet Storm, and you can see now, yes, the inhibitor was taken, but the Gwen is still going. And this is where R7 could maybe start to capitalize on the chaos. They will get the TP out of, I believe it's Kiaya coming in. Yes, it is, and that's going to be their kind of a choice.
The thing is, though, GAM haven't set up in the same manner as they had before, where like Pallet having a flank. He's kind of playing frontline right now, misses the knockup as well.
Here we go, they're going to go in. Smite confirms that's the Hex Soul. There's the double knockback, and immediately Audi is dead. They're going to try and get in with a Flash Magnet Storm. Ooh, that was good damage, though, coming in from Bong, but it's just too little too late. Triple kill comes in here for Levi, and there's going to be a full house. Trips on dubs, double into triple, and the ace. GAM get everything. They'll push up mid, and they'll end the game.
I mean, it was one last hurrah from R7, and it nearly worked out, but
applaud from their minions as they start to smash down these Nexus turrets. That's game 1 of this best of 3 as R7 step one step closer to elimination. GAM keeping themselves alive in the World's 2023 playing stage as they look to try and redeem themselves here in the losers bracket.
Audi will try and pad the KDA, but not even GAM will give them that. Brilliant stuff from GAM coming into this rough early start coming through, but they're able to break.
Want to see R7 be more proactive, but for GAM, I mean, they're very happy kind of letting this one go long again. Or I say long, it was only a 25-26 minute game, but I mean, they're very happy to let this kind of go standard because they know how comfortable that bump back.
I mean, still Kiai is getting good trades with that Sheen proc. Now as they go in, Bong needs to be careful. Wants to try and get the knockback, but here we go.
He uses ultimate there to try and maybe move away. He's getting some decent movement from it. Levi, the flash kick there, gets him underneath the tower. The last shot shall kill him off. And finally, R7 are rewarded for their efforts. They get themselves first blood.
So well played by
open a turret.
Yeah, again, I think it has to be around the spot lane. Like, just try to keep control there is going to be important. We're already saying, look, Slater has a ton of control when it comes to just range advantage. Leon's going to be...
They're going to flash in, TP as well. They're going to try and put down all the CC and absolutely burn the Rakan down. Scatter the Weak does not land, and that means the last of the CC isn't going to land onto Seo. But mid lane is now the target. You go and commit everybody there. You can see Audi already setting that one up to try and drop down the Rift Herald.
Yeah, they're just going to end up trading this for Dragon, but you do need someone to still clear out this Rift Herald in mid lane, because if that's 6
hands in terms of their lane economy, but I mean, first items being completed across the board. Kiaya might look for a bit of a move here. The all-out underneath the tower, and as you can see, Kiaya taking a fair chunk of damage. Does have the lead strike to get himself back at a wave, but he gets put up just once more, and this is a lot closer than the top laner of GAM really wants it to be. You've got the Vi coming up. The wave has been cleared away, though. Do they want to go for a fight? Yes, they do. They're going to try and tank it up and take him down. Really well done there by GAM, knowing exactly how to kind of playing between both lanes. It means they're going to try and engage straight away on the Slater, who flashes and gets himself away with the Ghost as well. Audi just doing a quick rotation there. Make sure that he's able to kind of make sure he keeps away. Lion needs to be very careful. Magnet Storm comes in, the flash scatter of the week comes out, and there is this unleash power to make sure they get the kill. Really well done there, and GAM are done playing nice. They want to get this a 2-0.
It's looking very much like game number 1.
genuinely close he was to death.
And Levi wasn't quite able to connect with the Q over the wall, which meant that the CC chain didn't land, which gave Mirror that opportunity to flash. But Odie's not in the same problem.
Oh, Slater gets caught as well, so that's Slater taken out before the fight can really begin. You're going to see Odie using the taxi known as the Rift Herald. Bomb goes all out, flash by Levi as he gets himself over the wall. Kiaya jumps in, and you can see Odie jumping back out. You do have a flash available for Kiaya, so he's just going to try and be a nuisance for the moment. They jump in, but the knockback is good. There's the Magnet Storm to come out, and finally Kiaya gets himself out. Kati finally joining in onto the fray. It is all over the place as Kiaya picks up a double. Now you can see them trying to look for this one. Seo and Miru trying to just kite this one out as best they can, but the Shattering Strike shatters Seo's dreams of being the carry, and its Unleashed Power is almost coming back up as well. They might be able to try and go for this one more time, and they should be able to confirm the kill here onto Miru. He had no flash, he had no way out, and they are getting everything here on GAM.
Kiaya was doing the hokey pokey in this Rift Herald pit.
Or backpack even. But now Levi going to try and make more presence felt in the spot side as Bong. He's going to try and delay this one a little bit. Levi may have gone a little bit too far forward. No flash for him, so going to use the ultimate there onto Miru as he TP'd in. And actually a lot of damage. The Unleashed Power, not quite enough, but he's kicking down. He's got so much damage there with the Leandri's Anguish. Not quite able to kill him off. Oh my god, it looks like the screen is glitching. But while that's all been happening, Bong does end up getting taken out, and it's ended up being a 5v4 now. Everyone's in this bot side. Slater feeling confident, pops the Ghost, gets charmed immediately, and into a secondary charm means he has no way of saving himself. Cleansed by Seo keeps him alive for the moment. Pallet gets the Hex Flash forward. And everyone just kind of backs themselves away. It's a little bit scrappy. R7 will not be happy with going one.
This is not where you want to be. Watch Odie. He's the guy that wants to try and get on towards Slater. And with the Infernal Rift, there's so many different angles of attack.
Yeah, you can see Lions just moving around, putting Pallet away from the fight. The Unstoppable comes in, they jump in onto Minoru and just trying to burst him down. Knock up there and charm onto the two carries, and all out comes out, but Minoru is already dead. It's going to be the mid laners, not quite traded just yet, because the Vi comes in to save the day. That's Cleanse in as Kiaya gets shut down, but look at Slater and the rest of GAM pushing in, pushing forward. Seo quite literally playing on the edge of his health bar. Lion says, go on without me, you need to survive, but Slater is his name, and he slays him down. Double kill in here for GAM's AD carry as they look to completely take control of this game.
They want to chase Odie out of this jungle area, get back.
Look at the stopwatches. Like, GAM know it's one good fight away from them basically winning this game. As you can see now, Lions tries to get a little bit fancy with the footwork and gets himself over the wall, but the leap strike into the counter strike. They're going to have to use the charm. They're going to have to use everything they possibly can to keep the support alive. They just can't. Seo, he's in no man's land and he's being caught and killed. There's the Unleashed Power, and now you've lost your AD carry. Can you take the fight after the fact? That is the question. The kick there on the Kiaya does mean he goes down. The charm is good to get down onto Levi. They're going to have to try and back themselves away. Nice again with the Scat of the Week from Kati. But they've lost themselves. They still have a jungler. They
going to immediately turn on to
They
Baron.
have to. They have to.
And that's exactly why they're trying to slow these retreats, so then they can be the ones to start it up. TP is available for Kiaya.
Flanks.
Great warp spot.
Yeah, flanks coming in. They know the pink ward is there. The charm doesn't land. And now they're going to get another Scat of the Week. Kati has been insane with these CC chains. And now they can really look for the fight. The all-out comes out as Bong looks to jump on the Kati. Double stopwatch is used. And now they can really re-engage. Seo just has nowhere to go, nowhere to be. And I mean, R7, they had to go for it. They do lose Kati in the back of it. The all-out from Bong did work out, but he's got no HP. He can't re-engage this.
Odie's still in the area, though. You can see him. He's on that top plate, pushing now. That's why Lions has been sent up. Or, sorry, Pallet has been sent up to try and deal with them. But what can he do? Kiaya now says, no way are you getting in the back door here.
You do not have to go home, mate, but you can't stay here. That is the most bouncer front line I've ever seen there from Kiaya. Over against the Syndra, it's over.
But again, the Syndra pick has been doing so much value against R7. You heard on the desk, we keep seeing R7 going for these front-to-back fights, which is perfect for Syndra. Although this one, a bit more spread out.
Oh, they're going to look to try and fully engage. They're going to flash in, Scatter the Week. Slater there to try and take everybody else out, and they're all being pinched in. Everyone being jumped around on top of this one here. The feathers fly. And that is going to be Sale getting dropped down one more time. He hasn't been allowed to play the game. And while that's all been happening there, just jumping onto Bong, who does go all out and tries to turn this one around. He is a Cassante, and he will be able to get one kill. But I mean, it's a consolation prize at the best possible scenario. And that's going to be the inhibitor towers going down. I don't know if they're going to be able to end the game just yet.
Again, with the changes we saw to Syndra, she scales relatively well now. Because again, she's going to pick up a ton of AP off her passive and everything. So, I mean, this Syndra is definitely no pushover at the moment. Odie standing tall. for a short while in front of that
Long,
tower
yeah.
before he goes, actually, you know what, I don't want to be here.
It's like when you try to start a fight and you realize the guy is much bigger than you, and you're just like, all right, I'm going to be the bigger man, but they got to go for long last fight, but immediately Bong gets CC'd up and there's nothing you can do. Kati goes golden with the stopwatch. Double kill comes in here for Slater. Maybe he wants a little bit more. They're going to try and get Seo on this backside, trying to do as best he possibly can. There's Levi moving forward. It's a triple kill here for Slater. It's a quadra kill for Slater. Penta kill for Slater. He gets himself right back on the map, and it's a league of pentakills here in the play-ins.
The Death said they wanted to see more from Slater. They wanted to see Slater step up. They wanted to see GAM step up.
Welcome back to Worlds 2023. I love rolling into a post-game after a video package like that because we were talking on the desk. After Silas gets a double kill, double buff right out the gate, it's easy peasy, right? Miru and R7, they're going to roll over GAM and just completely take over the game.
Then they rolled over.
If it had ended right there. I mean, look, I want to bring this straight up because it was a little bit of a cheeky Jarvan play, the knockup that actually helped get that second kill. I really thought the game was going to be over there, Mark.
Well, yeah, this is exactly what you want to see. You get your Silas going. The matchups versus Syndra can be tough early on in the range versus melee matchups. The fact that you get that early should be off to the races now. You can survive. You get Merc treads early on. You don't care what she does anymore. You start running around the map. You get into side lanes versus her. She's terrible in side lanes versus Silas.
Yep.
You're like, our game plan is online now. Double buff, double kill.
Surely we just continue to win out from here. I mean, even the fact that, like, in that play, Levi's going in, but just underestimates or overestimates his damage because, like, a potion is running. It slips away and the second one goes over. Like, it should be over with those side lanes like you're talking about. Gwen on one side, the other. I do think that, like, looking at things, maybe it's a little bit too much of an AP focus on that team. Makes it easier to itemize to play side lanes and neutralize that when you have double AP solos plus a Kaisa down on the bot side. But yeah, overall, I just felt like the game stalled out after that. They weren't able to, like, convert that advantage around the map, and then it went into team fights where they
I mean,
really
listen, Ender,
slept.
I don't want to sound too catty because after those first 2 kills, it is definitely R7 that were like slated to win. But the color palette that R7 just started seeing was grayscale over and over and over.
Puns everywhere. You got them all except for top lane. You'll have to get a top pun, but that's really difficult with some of the names in that lane. I will say immediately 3 lanes, 3 kills, back to GAM. It was like 7-8 minutes in. You know, like, this is just a disaster when you're talking about we're about to break out of the laning phase and you instantly give kills back in every single one of them. It really just threw an immediate wrench in the game plan for the side of R7.
Yeah, especially, like, I think, like, Levi has shown that he likes to play through topside in the early game, so that ends up happening again. But then here, R7 end up going really, really deep, right? There's teleports coming in behind. They're going into the second tower.
What were they thinking?
Like, and well, they're thinking they're really upset because they couldn't just burst out that single player and get out, and they just kept going in and in and in. And it allowed time for the rotations to come in, the teleport flank from Kiaya as well. And this is really where the game slipped away.
And I wonder how much this is overconfidence. You heard Audie in yesterday's interview talking about how Vietnam's not a great region. We beat them before. We should beat them again, this kind of stuff. And very clearly it felt like potentially some overconfidence, not respecting the laning of their opponents, not respecting the reactions.
The bloodlust, right? Because specifically that tower dive, it really kind of indicated to me just where R7's head was at. They kept throwing themselves at GAM over and over and over. Now, to be fair, GAM opted into that playstyle as well and ultimately just came out on top over more of the fights.
Yeah, I think too, though, the fact that they are just sort of running at a straight line a lot of times at GAM is not how you want to play the game. You're playing against Syndra and against Xayah. Like, the amount of times we saw Scout of the Week hitting 3-4 people, then Feathers, like, continuing to chain them. This is a game where you need to play through side lanes first, then collapse down. You need to look for flank angles, different ways to enter into a fight, because if you line up 3-4 people in a row, I don't think you're ever coming out on top of that, especially when you're playing such a low range, like with melee mid, Kai'Sa on the bot side. You're going to get torn apart by a Syndra Xayah.
Just before we talk about individual player here, I want to look at one more replay, the game ender, as it were, the Baron that was secured there by GAM. I mean, what do you make of this, Mark?
I just really like the aggressiveness out of this team, starting the Baron, force them to walk forward. Like Ender was saying, you want to split up more, and this forces R7 to face check you. Great flank there, able to come over the wall by Pallet, get everyone grouped up, and they still had to chase down a fair amount of time, but good decision to peel back onto Bong when he had his flank opportunity set up there, and just really good target selection.
Yeah, and the difficulty is there when you're behind and your sort of 4 players can't group and hold their ground and fight. Bong coming in on a flank. isn't actually flanking anyone. You know, a flank works when you're pinching into the enemy.
It's
when
a
the
target
enemy can
dummy.
just run and turn around at you. It's like, oh yeah, okay, it just doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't indeed. At the moment, you can see the players from GAM getting ready for Game 2. R7 have selected blue side. Just before we jump into that, let's take a...
These were some of the best highlights from the world's play-in matchup between Movistar and GAM Esports. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.